Hi, thanks for joining us here at Scaling New Heights Live. I'm really excited to be talking today with Marc Visent, the co-founder of Knowify. Tell us about Knowify. What is Knowify?
So Knowify is software for construction contractors. We help them with keeping their business organized. Think about probably all these great contractors that you've met in your life, great at their trades, not so great in the back office. We help them go, to the next level of business management. And as we like to say, Knowify was made by business people, for business people that happen to be running a construction business. So that's where we are.
Fantastic. So talk about the organization piece. How do you help them stay organized?
So from a very basic standpoint, we help them keep everything in one place. Sometimes when you walk into a contracting business office, they will have a box of receipts, another box with invoices. They have QuickBooks. They have a few printouts, and then they have binders and binders and binders. With Knowify, we keep everything in one place together, organized. So when you're looking for something, you can find it right away. And on top of that, we will help you with all those classic workflows that you would think of a construction business, right? So estimating, sending a proposal for signature, getting it accepted by your customer, and then tracking materials, labor, subcontractors, equipment, and from time to time, invoicing your customer, right? Because you also have to collect revenue here. So you can think of Knowify as budget, bid, track, and invoice. Like one workflow to just keep, to make your business more professional, more efficient, and more organized.
Fantastic. Who is your ideal customer for Knowify?
The ideal customer would be a trade specialty contractor that is growing. We like to say that it's growing because if you have, if you're running a lifestyle business, you are just fine, with your few jobs, you're like a couple of employees, you very likely don't need Knowify. You're probably fine with QuickBooks, you might be using a spreadsheet, that's enough for you. But if you're growing, right, if you want to take your business to the next level, if you want to see, okay, right now I'm doing everything, but I need to, I cannot scale up. I'm just one business owner. How do I scale up if I am just me? So for those, Knowify is a really good fit. And in those, we usually work with, you can think of electrical contractors, plumbers, HVAC, roofers, excavation, demolition, all these guys that they are very specialized in their trade.
Right.
And you think that they are very different, but they actually look alike in the back office. So for those, I think that Knowify is a really good, it's a really good catalyst for growth.
Right.
That's how we like to think about it.
So it sounds like one thing that you can help people do is for that tradesman, get everything out of his own head and kind of help create some repeatable processes that he can pass on to others. How does that work in Knowify?
Last year we were at the builder show in Las Vegas, and we were talking to many contractors, and half of them would tell us, I have everything here. I have everything here. And it sounds like an interesting concept, right? Because what if this something here, one day doesn't work, or maybe you just want to go on vacation with your family, like what happens that week?
Right.
What happens, we cannot invoice customers this week because, everything is in my head and I am not here. We bring all this knowledge into Knowify. We reduce the classic thing of like the key man issue, right? The thing about, I have this person that is the only one that knows how to do billing. Well, that is very scary if you think about it, to have only one person that knows how the business works. We bring all that knowledge into Knowify, and we democratize that knowledge, actually. So you can have other employees in the organization take over when that other person is not there, or maybe they are not as proficient as the other person, but at least they will know where they stand. Did we invoice this client? Yes. How much money is left in this project? This much money. These type of things, so that you don't have to keep things in your head.
Right.
And just have this you can actually free up space in your head and do other things. Maybe if you are the owner, you want to go and get new projects, do sales, do marketing. Don't do back office work.
Right.
There is no value for you as business owner there. You will have other people in your organization. You will have advisors. You will have employees that will help you with that. You are the business owner. You have the vision. Use your head and your space in your head to actually grow your business.
I love that. What about reporting? Because that's very important also to the business owner, right?
I like this question. I know that, Tonya, you're big in reporting.
I love reports.
It's not a coincidence, the question here. So we've been working with Tonya for a few years already, and I know that she's very meticulous about, I want these reports this way. And it makes sense if you think about it. I think that the power of your business is understanding your data, right? And how do we traditionally show this data? Reports.
Right.
They can be fancier or less fancy, but they are reports. They are tables with rows. how you display that data and how in a way that makes sense to your business is very important.
Yes.
So if you are running very long projects that have like, work in progress, and you might want to understand, okay, where I'm standing right now, how much money is left in this project, what is actually the revenue for this period, did I actually overbill or underbill this period, all these type of things that most contractors don't even know
Right.
are absolutely essential to run a growing business. And I think that was the mission actually of Knowify 2020. We wanted to get really strong around reports, and let me just like announce it here. And I know that and Tonya will be one of the first beta testers here.
Yes.
We are releasing a new reporting API that will allow us to work with advisors in a way that they will be able to have their own reports there. So your specialized reports. Like this is my business. I advise construction companies. I use this set of reports. People join Knowify through me, they will get this set of reports just for them.
I love
just
that.
because they work with me.
I am very excited about that personally.
I am excited. You help us actually like think about it and really like push us to actually do it. Sometimes you think about it, but until someone tells you, okay, now it's probably about time to do it.
Yes.
I think that helps, and we're excited about it.
Well, thank you. We're excited about it too.
Awesome.
So what would you like for accountants and pro advisors to know about Knowify and how they can bring that to their clients?
I want advisors and accountants, pro advisors, bookkeepers, CPAs, business consultants to think of Knowify as a place where they can go and learn construction and construction technology. It might not be an immediate fit for one of your customers. It doesn't matter.
Right.
Just come here. We have a nice network, the Construction Company Advisor Network. You can join it. There is free content there. We do webinars. We do other sessions so you can learn more about the industry. If it fits one of your customers, excellent. Much better. Everybody wins. Right. If not, it doesn't really matter. You're going to be more knowledgeable. You're going to learn about what's going on in this industry. It's a gigantic niche. Sometimes we talk about niche and we think niche is small. The construction industry is not small.
Right.
It's not small. Like more than 1 million registered businesses in the US.
Right.
And those are the registered ones. There are many more that are not registered. So it's an absolute gigantic niche. And Tonya, you know this better than me. You've built a business around this niche. And I think that if you do it right, if you know how to help these contractors, they will appreciate it.
Yes.
And you're going to have a very growing practice.
I agree with that. Tell us more about CCAN, because I think it's been really vital to helping us understand more about Knowify and get more involved.
I think that CCAN is the place where people go and meet and find more about the construction industry, right? It's free to join.
So it's Construction Company Advisors Network, is
yes,
that what it's called?
The name was, it was Joe's idea.
There we go.
Here we go.
Shout out to Joe Woodard.
Exactly, great name.
Yes.
Great name. I think it was slightly different at the beginning, but then we ended up like making it even fancier. Yeah. It's a place, we want to think about this network as knowledge, as a place where you can go and ask. You can go and ask like other advisors.
Right.
We might not have the answer, that's true, but Tonya might have an answer for you.
Right.
So we want them to, this has to be a place where you can actually get in touch with the experts in the industry. What if you want to grow, a practice advising contractors in, I don't know, Seattle?
Yeah.
Well, maybe there is no one out there right now, but maybe you can find Tonya, a little bit south, and then just like she will actually be able to help you and guide you and provide this sort of like knowledge about how to get started.
Yeah.
How do I go about building this practice? And I think that's, CCAN has to be just, a framework or a platform for you to meet these people.
Yeah.
Beyond Knowify, we want to think about, you will be able there to find also T-Sheets, ClockShark, you will be able to find other solutions for the construction industry. And it doesn't have to be a Knowify, it has to be about helping these contractors, run a better business.
That's great. So you mentioned T-Sheets and ClockShark. That kind of drug my thinking in that direction. How do you guys integrate with other apps?
So with T-Sheets, we have a direct integration. So that's something we built years ago because advisors were always asking for this type of integration. So if you have like more sophisticated time tracking requirements, or you have very specific like payroll needs, we don't want you to get like stuck, with what we do. If you want to go with T-Sheets, you can go with T-Sheets. So there is a direct integration there. With ClockShark, we have more like a spreadsheet integration. So we've always acknowledged at Knowify that we will never have all the features.
Right.
That's not a thing.
Right.
And I think it's also part of the advisor's work to explain the customer, right? I mean, there is no like one solution that will be perfect for every single thing that you do.
Right.
But they might be a combination of 2 or 3 solutions.
Right.
Right.
That whole app ecosystem that we're
the same idea
about.
that Intuit built.
Right.
It's at a smaller scale is Knowify, right? So if you are using, In this case, you might be using other accounting softwares. You can also do that. We integrate with Zapier, right? And with Zapier, you will be able to go and build very cool workflows. We have customers that they have done like pretty crazy things. You know, when they have a new client, they push it to MailChimp so it starts a new automation with emails. And this type of things is like simple to put together, and it's the future of the industry. You know, like integrated apps that work nicely together.
So one of the things I wanted to highlight, because I had another pro advisor say to me the other day that she's tired of apps saying that they integrate when they're only offering a journal entry, but you have actually a two-way sync with QuickBooks Online, which is one of the things I think really sets you guys apart.
Indeed, and from day one of Knowify, we decided that if we were going to integrate, we would do it, you know, all the way.
Yes,
you know, which means that we sync pretty much everything two ways with QuickBooks Online and Desktop now, and because we understand that you don't want to have to go and manually enter something into QuickBooks because you might forget or you might make a mistake. Everything that has accounting value, we will sync it two ways, you know, and as QuickBooks has been evolving, we've also been evolving and adding more features. And Knowify, you can be using like Receipt Bank, like pulling receipts from Receipt Bank to QuickBooks. We will pull those receipts into Knowify. We will allocate it to the right job. And then when you pay something in Knowify, we will send that payment into QuickBooks. So all these like combination of things are things that if you put them together the right way, and by the way, the advisor is absolutely essential for the onboarding, for setting it up properly.
Yes.
Do not get started without a professional like Tonya.
So tell us how people can find out more about Knowify.
Well, if you're here in Orlando, you can come and see our booth. If not, you can go to knowify.com and you'll find a place there where we will see like the advisor section. You can sign up for free and get started.
And they can go to knowify.com/Knowify Advisor Program to find out more about that.
Indeed.